Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Victor Monash, Managing Partner with U.S. Real Estate Partners. I'm here working from my home office today and wanted to share with you a couple of the rules that I follow in my business. And you may want to consider some of these when you're thinking about your own investments. I'm going to tell you, number one, how we choose to invest in a particular city, and number two, what are our investment criteria when we're looking at a multi-unit residential building. So let's start with number one. I have people approach me all the time with quote-unquote great deals in various cities all around the U.S. Now, first of all, I don't invest in properties. I only invest in locations where I have an established team. And that team has demonstrated the ability to perform and to deliver on a project plan. And also the market has demonstrated an ability to deliver a stream of investment opportunity. I simply won't go into a market for a single deal. It requires way too much effort, and the risk is simply far too high. We will not get it right because we cannot invest enough time to understand the details and nuances of that market for just a single property. Now, our company is based in Chicago, and I'll give you an example. We made a decision to enter the Philadelphia market because we identified a great team. And we saw an opportunity for a stream of investment that this year is likely going to exceed 20 properties. And we already have a number of these well underway. So when we invest in a particular city, we're investing in, number one, the team, and number two, the stream of investment opportunities in that given area of the city. Let's talk about the second business idea. When we're investing in a multi-unit building, I want the cap rate to be at least 12% a year. Now, if you're not familiar with the cap rate, let me explain it to you. We're going to do a little bit of math here, but don't worry, it's not too complicated. Let's start with the concept of gross income. This is where you take all of the sources of income on the property and you add them all together on an annual basis. So you take the rent, any revenue from laundry facilities, parking, storage facilities, and so on. You add them all together and that gives you your gross income for the year. Next, you look at all of the operating expenses. This includes things like taxes, insurance, property management, maintenance, any common utilities or landlord-paid utilities, trash collection, anything like that. You put all of this together, and that gives you your total operating expenses. Now, when you're calculating the net operating income, you don't include any mortgage payments or any debt service. That's used in another calculation, and we don't use it for the purpose of calculating operating income. Now, to actually arrive at the net operating income, you take the operating expenses and you subtract that from your gross income. And that gives you NOI, or net operating income. And to calculate the cap rate, you take the NOI and you divide that by the purchase price. Very simple calculation. If you want to improve the cap rate, you have three variables that you can play with. You could, for example, raise the rent. You could reduce expenses. Or you could pay less for the property. Those are basically your three choices. And so as you're considering a deal on a multi-unit building, you definitely want to consider those three variables and how you can put together a good deal based on those three variables. So let's summarize. Number one, we choose our investments based on the strength of the team in the local market conditions. And secondly, we only choose income properties, multi-unit residential properties, that can deliver a cap rate of 12% or better. Hope you found this useful, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.